So Blaney ends the advanced auto parts curse,
I
and
didn't even know about that
finally,
until he was like he won the poll,
yeah,
and then I looked into it. Not really. I kind of just took Instagram comments word for it. But everyone's like, "Oh, he's gonna end the curse today." I'm like, "It's Daytona. The poll means nothing unless you go to
yeah,
Daytona and you
that's
get like a cool trophy for it, or like the Daytona 500. We were just at Daytona, obviously.
what I thought too. Is he just won the poll, like
It's
blow
like
up,
he
nobody
didn't even like
cares.
qualify. It was
Yeah, it
also
was it was delayed or it was canceled because of lightning.
right, but everyone's like, "Oh, well." I say everyone. It probably is like a singular comment that I saw. And they were like, "Oh, he's
Yeah,
gonna end the curse now," and turns out he did, which
I
I
feel
think is
like
hilarious because I didn't think about that until you just said it.
yeah, and I was thinking about it during the race too because I thought about it. With like five to go, Larson was like second, and I was thinking,
hmm
oh, he's still in this too, and he's
hmm
wrecked out of so many plate races.
hmm
And Larson finally finished the race. I think he finished like P. I don't actually know. Where did he finish?
He's like third or fourth, I think, I believe.
Yeah, he was somewhere up there. He finished P6.
I'll have it open in a sec. But
So a solid run for Larson
exactly.
compared to his usual stuff,
Right.
or compared to his usual results on the play track.
Exactly. I mean, Larson's very like either wins or he crashes out.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, everyone knows that. I feel like that's not
No, it's
breathtaking
not.
analysis. But
Breaking
especially at a,
news, water is wet.
like for a plate track, I feel like it's definitely wild for him to finish like somewhere in like seventh
Yeah.
because he's either going to get to the front or he's going to die trying.
Right. And it's not helped by the fact that that's just the nature of plate racing.
Yeah, exactly. But dude, it's almost like they took like if there was a script, and who knows there might be. It's like they realized how much support RFK was getting throughout this year, and
And
they're
just said
like, "Oh,"
screw them all.
they said, "Hey guys, watch this. They're gonna build us all the way up, and then just here comes Priest from P2 to nothing." Because
I think I looked
I
yesterday, and in the regular point standings, um Priest is or Busher's 11th and Priest is 13th, I think.
I know if there's no haters of the playoff system, then I'm dead because
Yeah.
well, actually, the three of them are probably retired
Well, and I
because
looked at I saw some Instagram post, and all of the comments were, "This is why the playoffs suck,"
I
because
know,
you've
and
got and Bowman's not in the top 16 in regular standings, I don't believe.
really,
Um,
I assumed he would be. I
he
kind of just thought
he
he was
actually
like
might
the
be. It
last
might
guy
be
out
Austin
of.
Dillon. I think it might be Austin Dillon. It's pretty low. Somebody's really low. I know
I think
SVG is like
it's
26th because
yeah,
he's only got road courses, which say what you will.
which is
I
kind of crazy considering he has 4 wins.
Yeah, but I mean they're all road courses. But I mean
Exactly.
it's at the same time, like he's done nothing but supercars, so it kind of makes sense. He's starting to get the
Yeah,
hang of ovals. I mean, he led at Daytona last night for a pretty good bit.
yeah. I think
I think he finished too. Pretty sure he finished that race.
believe he did because yeah, I remember he was leading, and I mean leading laps at Daytona is like obviously it's really cool, but I feel
Yeah,
like you kind of lead laps because the cars behind you allow you to lead laps.
yeah, for sure. They're
Like
like,
it
you go ahead, you burn your gas.
exactly. Like, but I mean, if you've driven a race car before, you'll probably get the hang of driving at Daytona, not necessarily working through the pack and getting up to the front. Like qualifying is all based on the quality of the car.
Right.
Like that's why Hendrick won however many locked out all the front rows in Daytona for the last 6 years, other
Yeah.
than the last couple of years because it was front row and then someone else this past
Or
year.
they were Hayek.
Yeah,
I think
but
Stenhouse
but
won
from
a
like
pole.
what was it? Oh, it was like what 2018 to 2023. They just had the front row. But even before that, even with like
Yeah,
Jimmy Johnson in like
they had
16,
at least
17.
one car in the front row since like 2013, I think.
Yeah, and then I mean it turned into results because Byron won the last two.
Hmm.
But I mean SVG, there's no doubt he's going to be if he gets the hang of ovals, which he's talented, he's going to.
I was talking to
He
a lot of people about that yesterday. If he gets the hang of ovals, he's got the whole field's number.
exactly because obviously he's untouchable in
Hmm.
road courses, which is the funny thing about the playoffs because the first three races are all ovals, and I don't think he has very good finishes on any of those ovals
Right.
because it's Darlington, Gateway, and Bristol. If he
Yeah.
could like use up all of his playoff points in that round, he might make the round of eight because is there
He's
any
got the
doubt that he's going to
Roval.
win the Roval?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to just like say he's going to, but who else is going to win it? Like
But last year, it was Larson that won last year, the Roval.
yeah, but
So it's not totally guaranteed. However, it's a pretty it's everybody's kind of
y
assuming and for very good reason.
you could put money on it and you're not going to get a whole lot in return. You're going to get your money back.
Yeah.
Like you're going to have to put down like a good 2 grand to get back a couple bucks.
He's definitely going to
It's
have the best odds going
I
in
don't
that
think
field.
those odds are released yet, but it's
No, I
it's
don't think
not a
they
good
will
bet.
until
It's not a
yeah.
good bet unless you just want to see something drop, you know?
Yeah, unless you got
Like
money to throw away.
honestly, that would be my advice. Like if you're placing bets and like none of them have won this entire season, which might happen, I might just put money on SVG just to see one drop, you know?
Uh,
Like I don't know how many there's any basketball players. Like if you're at a shoot around and nothing's going up, and you just take a layup just to see one go in. Like
right.
just to get the confidence back. That would be but I I think he'll get through the round of 16, ba just purely based
Yeah.
on the 20 playoff points he has.
I think he's 26. I think I looked
26.
earlier. Yeah.
Or yeah,
Pretty
of
good.
stage wins at uh
Yeah.
yeah. So it will be rough though. I mean Darlington,
Oh no, sorry, he's plus 16, not 26.
oh to the cut.
Yeah, 26 to the cut or 16 to the cut, sorry.
Yeah. So I mean I feel like he'll do good at Gateway because he did good at
Potentially.
Iowa, right? He didn't like have a phenomenal day, but he was definitely running
No.
high enough to where you're like, oh, there's SVG. Like,
Well, and they talked about it in the broadcast at Richmond, that normally he runs like P19 around
yeah,
that area, and at Richmond he was running like in the top 15.
that's probably what it was. Maybe it's Richmond, not Iowa. But it's like the slower ovals, like the flatter ovals. He's
Yeah.
definitely gonna.
Gateway
That's probably
drives like
the
a road
next thing he's
course.
gonna do really good at.
Yeah.
So Gateway, I feel like if there's a track for him to get more points and gain to the cut line, it's gonna be Gateway.
It's
I don't
just
think
a
it's gonna be
matter
Bristol
of
because there's 20 cars in the field who have 10 plus races at Bristol. SVG is probably one.
well, I
Which
think
from early in the season.
I don't know. I feel like the round of 16 is really working against SVG. Yeah, you got
Oh,
Gateway, and I think
100%.
he can do well, but like Darlington is hard for anyone,
Hmm.
and it is it is so easy to mess it up. Same with
Yeah,
Bristol. With Bristol, it's so easy to get caught up in somebody else's mistake. And
right.
I personally, I did the first round of my bracket. I don't have SVG going through.
You don't.
I do not.
But I don't think, I mean, who's here? I don't think Dylan, Cindric, Barry, they're gonna catch up.
No. No, the only person
Mm,
I have below the cut line right now getting in is Reddick. I do have Bubba going into the next round.
I think you will.
Um,
I mean,
but Bubba and Briscoe are my kind of.
I dropped my pen.
I don't know.
Like I'm looking at the list in front of me right now.
Hmm.
Like uh, I mean, I'm just gonna go down the line really quick. Larson is obviously going through. Byron's obviously going through. Hamlin, I mean, it's safe to say he's going through. Unless he has like I don't know how high he is. Blaney is obviously going through. Bell, SVG is obviously the question. Elliott is going through. Briscoe, uh, maybe. I think he's the first maybe on the list.
Yeah,
Well, other
Briscoe's
than
kind of a
SVG,
toss-up.
obviously, who's one, two, three, four, five, sixth in the
Hmm.
standings. But Bubba, I feel like it's a safer bet than not. Cindric, maybe. Chastain, I'm gonna say Chastain, maybe. Logano, he's going through. He might win one of these races.
Hmm.
Barry. I feel like it's safe to say he's not.
Yeah, I feel like he
He's
could.
right below the cut line. I think maybe not. Dylan, can't imagine he goes through. Bowman,
No.
I think he'll go through. Reddick will go through. So I have Dylan, Barry, Chastain, Cindric, Briscoe, SVG. Those are the six people that could not, could potentially not cross over. I feel like SVG is going to just bank on those points.
Yeah.
And then what? They get reset in the next round, right?
Who did
So
you say you had going out again?
I said I have six people who could. Dylan, Barry,
Oh,
Chastain, Cindric, Briscoe, SVG.
because I've
Yeah.
got, as far as not making it, I've got Cindric, Barry, Dillon, Bowman. No,
You don't think
Cindric,
Bowman?
Barry, Dillon, SVG. I think Bowman will go in.
Yeah, I feel like it's safe to say Cindric's not going to go through. I mean, Cindric won Gateway. He's
Was
good
it Cindric?
there.
I couldn't remember. Yeah,
Yeah, because
which,
remember Blaney ran out of
yeah,
fuel
Blaine
like
around on the
going into the
gas.
yeah. Was that last season?
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, there's no doubt that he's good there. If there is a track for him to do good at,
Yeah,
it's Gateway, but like you can't bank on one good race and you
right.
need all three. Um, it's also
Because I mean,
Penske in the
that's
playoffs.
like,
Like,
um, it's like Elliott winning the Roval, you
yeah,
know,
right.
or even Larson who won it last year again. I,
Yeah,
I, I don't think I would put money on Larson going back to back at the Roval.
no, especially the way SVG was running. Like, I feel like anyone against SVG to win that race is not
Yeah.
like it's an underdog. Like it's very safe to assume SVG won for. Did he has he won every road course or did no someone who won Coda?
No, Coda. That was Bell.
Right.
Bell won Coda.
So, but even Bell, I mean, he's been doing good at the road courses, but like I don't know. I can't like imagine someone else wins
Right.
unless he has a mechanical issue,
Or I
which
mean Reddick, because I'm pretty sure Reddick won Coda the year before
yeah,
when they ran the full layout.
yeah,
And Reddick's a pretty good road racer.
right. Yeah, there's plenty of good road racers in the field. There's Bell, Reddick, Elliott, Larson, Byron. Um, Hosar has been really good, but he's not in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Um, Priest has
Which
been turning up in the playoff or the
we
road
could
courses
have um we could have a spoiler.
at the Roval or just at any track.
I both. I mean, really, if Hocevar uh finally is able to put a race, if his team is able to put a car together and he's able to put a race together,
Yeah,
he could spoil the Roval.
right. Which maybe that would be cool. I would love to see Hocevar win. I'm
Oh
a huge
yeah,
Hocevar guy.
yeah. Been a
Um,
Hocevar fan since he was in trucks. Love this
yeah,
stuff.
I was if I liked him, and then like I saw that the truck race at Phoenix was it 2 years ago, where he kind of just
The
like
the
fucking
clown show.
yeah, um, yeah, that was terrible look for Hocevar fans and Hocevar himself.
Yeah. I
Um,
um I was just putting in the last of the stats from the truck series.
hmm
Um it was 2 years ago. That race went over by 29 laps.
hmm
So, like that's 29 miles that it went over the scheduled distance.
really,
Yeah. Which is funny
yeah,
because that year um there was a rain delay or there was a rain shortened race. So they were
hmm
still under um 20 laps under the scheduled distance over the
yeah,
year. There were two rain shortened races,
yeah.
but in
I
total
mean,
they went
one,
9 miles over. But anyways,
yeah, one thing about the playoffs I'll add: seventh all the way to 16th is separated by 12 points,
yeah,
which I feel like should have been mentioned before because obviously I feel like it's safe to say that that's a pretty even playing field for three races.
right.
So SVG is plus 16. I feel like he has if he has one good day, he gets like some stage points here and there.
Yeah, I think if SVG wins a stage, I think like if he wins a stage at any point in this round, I think it's safe to say he's going through.
Yeah. But then there's Elliott, Briscoe. Like I can't imagine Chastain, Cindric, or Bubba Wallace outperforming Logano.
Hmm.
And then I also don't think they're gonna be they're gonna outperform Tyler Reddick.
Right.
So I feel like it's safe to say Austin Dillon's not going through. I'm gonna cross him out.
Looking
Barry, I
at
feel like it's safe to say he's not going through
looking
unless he
at
wins.
Darlington, um, the best average finish among active drivers is Byron.
Yeah,
Byron Bell, Hamlin, Reddick, Logano.
but he's plus 26. He's chilling. Um,
Hamlin or Byron, yeah, yeah.
Byron. And then, I mean,
But I
honestly,
mean,
the whole top four, I feel like, is safe to
like
go to the next round.
the seven best drivers as far as average finish at Darlington are all in playoffs. Ty Gibbs in eighth is not in the playoffs.
Right.
Chastain has an average finish of 15th, um, which I feel like puts him below the cut line. Like if the drivers finish, I'm looking at driverhours.com. If the drivers finish where their average is or around about,
Yeah.
I think Reddick moves up, Chastain moves out, at least tentatively.
Yeah.
Or maybe even Briscoe, because Briscoe's got a 16.1. But
Right.
I feel like if SVG if he wins a stage at any point, I
Hmm.
think that'll give him enough playoff points to stay in.
Yeah.
I think if he wins the stage and just finishes all the races, I think
Yeah.
if he wrecks out, it'll be tough.
That's the the kicker. It's like,
Right. Which is
can they
why I
put a car
mentioned
together to
earlier,
finish?
you got Darlington and Bristol, which are really tough tracks to just finish at because
Yeah. Is
Darlington,
Darlington
again,
500 miles? Or is it 400?
it's 500 because it's the Southern 500.
Oh, right. Did they not go up in the beginning of the season?
No, no, they moved throwback weekend to the beginning of the season, but the Southern 500 is still Labor Day weekend.
Oh, got it. Okay. So yeah, that's a long race.
Yeah,
Especially Darlington where it's so difficult.
it's already
Um,
tough. Yeah.
so even if you ride around, it's like, but everyone else is going to be doing the same thing.
Hmm.
It's like I can't imagine he's definitely going to lose points to the cut
Well,
line
and he
in
can't
most
afford to
races.
just ride around because there's a road course in this round.
Right. But then people are going to crash out. People are going to wreck. People are going to hit the wall, blow tires.
That
Like
is true. But I
there's
mean,
a
what
lot
if
of
one of those
people that
people are
are
him?
exactly. I think if he's very,
Yeah.
I can't imagine he drives conservative.
Yeah.
It,
I think he drives just conservative enough to not put the car on the wall himself.
nah. I mean, if it was that easy, everyone would be doing it.
Right.
Um, but he also is in a different position than everyone else. He has a lot of points in the bank that will be used up.
Right.
Like he's not a better oval racer than probably everyone else in the field
Hmm.
or
He's got a
everyone else in
spot.
the playoff field.
He's got a race coming up later on that he knows he has a really good chance of winning.
If he could get to the next round, doesn't matter if he scrapes by or he just casually just walks through,
Yeah.
he can make the round of eight. And I feel
Yeah.
like everyone knows,
100%.
everyone in the field knows it. So that,
Someone right hooks SVG at Bristol. Get out of my playoffs.
dude, I'll tell you, I'm sure Austin Dillon would take a bribe to do it.
Oh God, yeah. Well, and he's already below the cut line. He's got all the more reason to. Jeez.
They're fighting for 27th, 12 laps down at Bristol. He puts him in the wall.
Oh God, that's funny.
That'd be crazy. Austin Dillon also winning Richmond was ridiculous.
Yeah. I feel like I can't hate him for the way he did it because it he ran good last year. He got
Right.
screwed by a late race caution.
Yeah.
If I was in his position, I probably would have done the same thing. I can't lie. It's easy to hate on him because it's like, what are you doing? But
Hmm.
it's for a win. He was below the cut line then. He was below the cut line now.
Hmm.
Um, it was just a repeat, and he got his redemption from last year because he didn't get
Yeah.
screwed with a late race caution this time.
Right.
I
I
told
don't
my
know.
buddy, I said it's no different than you like Doring Hamlin in Heat 5 for a win,
Right.
or whatever. Like
Yeah.
you can't really be mad at him.
I mean, the Denny Hamlin AI on NASCAR Heat 5 is going to forget about it in
Yeah,
that. No one is forgetting what Austin Dillon did. It was a
right. But
BS
I mean,
move. I think my
it was 100%.
judgment,
I'm not defending what he did at all, but
Yeah.
I'm
In his position,
saying
it makes sense.
it's not something that's overly, I guess, outlandish. Like again, I would do the same thing. Tony Stewart said he'd wreck your mom to win a championship. I mean, it's
Diedrich, his mom.
right. It's this is not a championship, but it's a chance to get one. Because
Yeah.
if he doesn't win Richmond, I mean, the next race of the
He goes
season,
back to 27th in points.
hmm if he doesn't win Richmond, the next race this year and last year was Daytona, and
Right.
you have to assume that you're not going to finish that race.
Right.
And so, if you have a chance to win before Daytona, especially if it's realistically your last chance to win before Daytona, you're going
Right.
to do whatever it takes to get that so that you can at least have a shot at the championship. Because now
Yeah.
16 drivers have a shot at the championship and 20 others have to wait till next year. They're pretty much just fighting
But
for 17th.
is that a is that a move where you're like, you know what? He has to get into the playoffs. I understand. Or is it a move that you look at that and then you're like, well, that's what the playoff system causes.
No, it's 100% what the playoff system causes. It's
Yeah.
not, especially if you're like the driver that gets moved, because
Yeah.
you're thinking, what is this bonehead doing?
Yeah.
And you're not thinking about the playoffs at that point. You're thinking about, you know, um,
Yeah.
why
But
did this
I
guy
mean,
just move me?
also,
But your spotter or Larry Mack is saying, well, you got moved because this is what the playoffs produce.
yeah. I mean, Larry Mack is a always been a playoff supporter,
Hmm.
and all the commentators are. Like,
I
I
just
watched
use
the
Larry
race.
Mack because he's an analyst. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
He was the
I
first person I
love
thought
Larry
of.
Mack.
Oh, 100%.
He made me a cameo. I love that guy. Maybe I'll play that one day. Um,
We'll have to put that
not
on the
now.
show. Put it
I
on
will.
during the off season when there's nothing else to talk about. Be like, hey, remember that cameo I talked about?
I hope someone doesn't remember that. But it was when I became an Eagle Scout.
Oh, they're gonna remember now.
Yeah.
We've
All
talked
six
about it
people
too.
watching currently.
Yeah, right.
Um, but I don't know. I we talked about this yesterday, like in our group chat, where I was so upset watching the race. Like as soon as the lanes went wide and Priest got stuck in the middle, I I didn't want to watch. I was like, I don't care who wins anymore. Like I don't
Big Priest guy.
like I'm for context, I'm a huge Priest guy.
Hmm.
I watched him race modifieds at my short track on Long Island. I super cool guy. He made time for all the fans, like even while setting up the car, because like
Right.
they line the cars up and they like the cars are outside. He was inspecting his car. Everyone was calling, taking pictures. He was posing. He came up to the fence, said hi to everyone. A class act. Love him. My dad
What a
loves
guy.
him. We're like Priest guys through and through. But obviously, someone like that, you also need someone to root for that will start like will be winning races or has a
Hmm.
shot to win pretty consistently. So I'm also a Byron guy because he wrote me a letter when I became an Eagles guy as well. Look at that. But my like first guy,
You're gonna
because
have
I
to read
grew up
that
like
on
a
the
Jeff Gordon
podcast one
fan.
day.
Oh, imagine if someone watches who has connections, let us know. Um, but like I was a, but yeah, I'm not gonna get too far off my point. But what I was gonna say is it pisses me off to no end when you see someone like Priest or Busher who are safely into the top 16 in points.
Hmm.
One race is the deciding factor if they race for a championship or not, when
Yeah.
consistently they've been good because someone 30th in points won. Or, I mean, I love SVG, but someone who wins four races, but the other 22 races finishes 27th.
Well, and to go back to that,
Like,
like Steve Letarte said somewhere in some promo, he said NASCAR is an oval racing sport. It's always been at the core of NASCAR to be an oval sport. And
right.
so when you have a guy that wins four races, yeah, he's won four races, which is, I mean, it's hard to win four races in a season, but they're
Mhm.
all at the one thing that is not at the core of NASCAR, which is a road course. Like a road course were just kind of like the sprinkles on top of the ice cream, if you will. Like it's not the ice cream itself.
I I disagree.
Yeah.
I get the point, but and I love oval racing. I will defend the
Well,
quality
no,
of
like
racing to the
I
death
love
against
road
like Formula
courses.
One fans. I love it, but also it's a stock car. There's nothing in the name about ovals. Obviously, it started on ovals. It started
No,
on dirt ovals.
100%.
But if I think if it wants to be a legitimate racing series, like next to other series, it needs to have a variety. Like
And you're
obviously, there's a
absolutely
lot of
correct.
varieties in ovals, but like I don't like the narrative that it's an oval racing sport. Like, so
Right.
you're gonna not
I think
legitimize
the
his
narrative
four
comes
wins
from,
because every other race is on ovals.
yeah.
I know I
Well, and I
just
think
said
that's the
that.
problem here is that like all it's you got a 36 race schedule, five of them
Right.
are on road courses, so that's 29 races on an oval.
Hmm.
So it's kind of hard to say. It's like in Formula One, which I know it's not quite apples to apples, but it's like if someone only wins at the street courses in Formula One, it's like, well,
Right.
we also go to permanent racing facilities, and this guy does
Hmm.
terrible,
Right.
so you got street
Or
course merchant here.
it's like, um, I think a better comparison is like someone who only does good in the rain
Yeah,
in Formula One.
yeah,
Because obviously, like Formula One courses, they're all different, but at the same time, they don't really race much different, if that makes sense. Like the racing style is the same. There's not really any like there's not different types of tracks like there are in IndyCar or NASCAR.
mhm.
Um, so if someone look at Sao Paulo last year when both Alpines were on the podium, they like tripled their point total in the year in one race
Right.
because they did really good in the rain and it was a strategy call. But like, let's
Or
just say
like
they're good road.
when
For this example, let's just say they're
yeah,
good at the rain. Like if someone only wins in the rain and like they're finishing P17, P16 in every dry race, you're not really going to think that they're like, I mean, you're going to be like, wow, they're the best rain racers, but in a normal day, they're not great.
yeah,
But,
overall not great.
but I know this kind of goes against like the example I was saying with the SVG, but like he knows how to drive the hell out of a car.
Oh, for sure.
Like I feel like road racing in a stock car is definitely harder than the oval racing. That's why like Larson, who's probably the most talented driver, he struggles sometimes on the road courses. Even he's very good on them, but he's not perfect. Um, but also it'd be silly to focus on road courses. Like I
Right.
don't think SVG got in the simulator in a stock car and just only hammered road courses. I think
Oh, 100%.
he practiced for Chicago 2 years ago and then he got the hang of it.
Well, and I think they said on the broadcast again at Richmond that he put in like some 15 hours in like one day uh on Richmond
Hmm.
on the simulator,
Yeah.
just trying to get, or no, I think it was he spent like 15 hours looking at film. He looked at Denny Hamlin,
Wow.
just watched him go around the track, and I guess probably watched his throttle traces and his brake traces, just analyzing what he did to run
Yeah.
better. And of course, it showed. Again, he went from running P20 to running P15,
Right.
which is a small improvement, but an
Like
improvement nonetheless.
he he's a student of the game
Yeah,
and I gotta respect it. Like he wants to like there's no doubt that there's not a thought in the back of his mind that's like, you know, I to
he
be
wants to be a
legitimate.
champion. Yeah.
Exactly. And he could be.
Well, and if he didn't want to be a champion, he wouldn't have signed a multi-year agreement, a
Right.
multi-year contract extension.
I don't I love what they're doing at Trackhouse. They have him, they have Zillich. It's like it almost seems like it's not just another NASCAR team. It's kind of like an in a way an outside team kind of sticking their nose into what NASCAR already has established.
Mhm.
Because like I mean Justin Marks, he raced something.
He drove for NASCAR for a bit. He was in the Xfinity Series. He drove for Junior Motorsports
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. But I
in
thought he
like
did something else.
2015. He was a
I'll
pretty
have to
good
get
road
back.
racer from what I remember.
Yeah, but um I don't know where I was going with this.
Do you want to
But
hear the stats from this weekend? Some of the kind of obscure ones.
sure.
So, uh, this is a race on August 23rd. That's the 14th race ever to be held on August 23rd for the Cup Series.
Wow.
Um, it's the 87th race on the 23rd of a given month. It's the 313th race in August, and it's the 371st race on a Saturday. 157th at Daytona. Um, it hasn't had a name change, so that is under the name and at the track,
Hmm.
excluding the road course they did in 2020 and
Yeah.
2021, I think.
Does that
Um,
not count towards your stats? Is it,
No,
do
because
you have
it's
that as a separate track?
uh yeah, because it is a
Okay.
separate track. But I mean, like
Yeah.
for like Richmond, there's
hmm
Richmond Raceway, there's Richmond International Raceway.
hmm
So
could we,
they're
it's like sidebar for a second. I
yeah,
want to bring, I want your opinion on something.
okay.
Do you remember when
No. Just
Kyle,
kidding.
yeah, all right. Well, all right, guys, thank you for
Packing up, end of the
listening.
episode. Here it is.
Um, when Kyle Busch, he won at, this was probably like 2019, 2018, when he had like, I'm blanking on the track if you know it, but he had a win at every track except for this track.
Oh yeah.
It was the
No,
year after,
there was a time where uh he won a race and it became he had a win at every track he'd ever raced at. And then like the following year they added a couple races to the calendar they never gone to before.
but that was this, I think it was the same year that the Charlotte Roval happened. Or maybe it was the year after, the year before. I don't know. Whatever it was around the time that the Charlotte Roval was becoming a thing. So that would have been what, 2017? 20,
2018 was the first race at Roval.
2018? Yeah, you're right, you're right.
So I think
So
2017 he won a race at every track.
yeah. And now obviously we've had five, six new tracks like
Yeah.
Nashville,
Mexico,
Road America,
Chicago.
next all
Yeah.
those. Do you at that time where there was just a singular new track, would you have considered him to have still won at every track? Or do you think that's just counted as a whole new thing? Because I remember the debate. I I don't know
Oh, you
if
mean like if so if instead of adding the Roval they added the Daytona road course?
yeah, let's say Kyle Busch won, like he won the Roval, let's just say, for,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden they have a race at the Daytona road course. Does that, but he won at Daytona.
No, I would call
Would
that
you
a
now,
different track.
you would say it's a whole new, I
I
mean,
would
obviously it's a different layout and it's different, so like
well
it is a different
for
track
a few
itself.
reasons. Yeah, because I think the biggest one is that it's now a road course.
Mhm.
It's it gets a little sketchy in that area, but I think because it's a completely different layout, it's like I you could argue for like Atlanta, that it would be the same track from when it was just like the homestead style layout where it was a back stretch and a front stretch, no quad oval. And
Right.
then they
Same
added the
thing with
quad
Homestead.
oval. Um, they added the quad oval. I would call that the same track. Excuse
Yeah.
me. And then of course when they increased the banking and did the reconfiguring, that's definitely oh my gosh, excuse me, the same racetrack. But as far as Daytona, no, I would call that a totally different I would call that a totally different track because
Yeah.
it drives totally different. It's now a road course. It's like 3.2 miles, I think, instead of a two and a half.
Yeah.
I would say that's a completely different racetrack.
Yeah. I want them
But
to go back to the
in
Daytona
my
road course.
stats, I just look at the name of the track.
Right.
So Richmond Raceway is counted differently from Richmond International. Later on, I'm going to add it, and it's all going to be the same track.
hmm
But anyways,
Imagine being
anyways,
Kyle Busch at that time. You're like
yeah,
doing the most historic feat in NASCAR, one of them. You're winning it every single track, and then all of a sudden they add one track, and then you're like, well, you technically didn't win at every single track. And then 2 years later, there's six new tracks on the schedule. You're like,
yeah.
well, I'll go F
Well,
off then.
yeah, right. Um,
So much for that. Because I remember that was a huge deal.
yeah, yeah. I think he was the only driver that did it.
Yeah, he was the only one.
Yeah.
That's why it was so big. Because even like the Earnhardts and Petty's and Gordons didn't win at every track.
Mhm.
I'd be interested to know what those tracks were and like look at their stats from those and see how
For
close they would have been to racing, winning at everything. Maybe
for
we'll
Petty,
like
it'd
do
be
that.
tough because
Well,
there were
Petty, yeah,
so many little short tracks that they raced at constantly. And
yeah,
also Petty raced at the time. Petty raced in an era where they were doing like two races in the same day across the country, so he physically couldn't. But granted,
right. But also he was
it's
lining up next to like mail trucks and like
yeah.
hearses. Like, no offense, Richard Petty,
No,
the
yeah, I
king.
mean, you're
He's the
not
king.
wrong. But he's the
That
king
I
with like an
think
asterisk.
no, he's the king. Earnhardt's the intimidator and Johnson's the goat.
Yeah,
That's I feel like hard to argue at this point.
correct.
But the longer Johnson, races, I feel like the more his legacy. Because like
Yeah.
I'll give you an
I
example.
get why he's doing it because he wants to see how the team's doing. He wants to get like
Right.
firsthand experience on how the car is driving. But like
Hmm.
the more he drives and frankly, the worse he performs, the more it undermines the fact that this man has 7 championships and 5 of
And
them were consecutive.
he's the first, second, or third best of all time. Like
Yeah.
if
Where he falls in the first three is up for debate, but he is definitely one of the top three.
he's number one. But it's
I might
like,
be biased as a Johnson fan, but
oh, I grew up a Johnson fan too. I was also a
absolutely.
Gordon fan. Um, but I feel like it's going to be so hard to for him himself to remember his legacy if he races for 3 more years and finishes 27th at every race.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I mean,
It's
I won't lie though. It is nice seeing Jimmy, you know,
100%.
strap back in every now and
Hmm.
then. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
he's back, my man. You know?
But even if you just did like the 500 every year, like
Yeah.
do that. Don't go to Texas and like wreck out in stage one. Like
Yeah.
it's so like we can't handle that. It's so sad
Right. Oh God, you make me
because
think of
this is a track
Darlington
that he
2020 where
dominated.
he wrecked leading coming to the end of stage one.
Oh my God. I forgot
I
about
I
that.
wanted to cry that day. I was so upset. Mike
Hmm.
Joy went, no, and I went,
I would say I was just about to say being a Jimmy fan is tough. It wasn't. It wasn't at all.
it
It was
wasn't until
fine.
2017.
It was great. Like
It
there was
was,
nothing
yeah.
rough about it until like
Until
2018.
Pocono happened, yeah.
Yeah.
God, and then the Roval. Anyways, we're getting off track.
Yeah.
Um,
Give me more stats.
back to the stats. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the
give me more.
28. So it's a pretty nice number. You're gonna like it. It was the 2800th race in the United States.
Wow.
2,800 even. Yep. 289th race at a 2.5 mile track, 2.5 miles exactly. Um, 21. So 2,148th race at a paved track.
Oh wow.
Blaney. So he kind of did a nice thing. He got his 15th win and pole in the same race career.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, which he got his 14th pole 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
Um, at Richmond. Nope,
Speaking of
at
Blaney,
Watkins Glen. And then he got his 14th win. Whatever the last time he won was way early in the season.
didn't he win it
At
like
Nashville.
Nashville? Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing with Blaney is like he's arguably having one of his better seasons this year,
Hmm.
just in terms of points. Like he's not winning. Well, he's good for 2 or 3 wins in a season. He's not good for 7 or 8 like other people,
Yeah,
but he's
he's not a
consistent.
barn burner, but he's
Exactly. But
consistently
he's
winning
arguably having one of his better
races.
seasons, and the year he won the championship was arguably one of his not as good seasons in Penske at least.
Correct. Yeah.
So as a Blaney guy, it sucks because obviously everyone says his championship is a product of the playoffs, which it was, but
Mm.
you can't say that he isn't good enough to win a championship. Like he could
Right.
easily win it this year. I
Well, and
mean,
the
I
funny thing
hope,
about Blaney is he finished second at the Phoenix race 2 years in a row. But one of them, he happened to finish second behind a non-playoff driver in Chastain.
right.
And then
Hmm.
the second time he finished behind Logano.
Yep, I remember that. I mean, I'll play devil's advocate for a second.
Yeah.
The Phoenix race is always entertaining. It makes for good, entertaining like TV
I wish
because
it
of
was
the
a night
playoff
race.
system. The night race would be sick.
I
Um,
wish it was a night because we have truck and Xfinity. No, we have truck under the lights. I think Xfinity is under the lights. It at least
yeah,
ends under the lights. Like, why can't it stop being the lights, man? Come on.
that
That was the whole appeal in like 1994 when they had the first night race.
like it would
Like,
be very cool. But like
yeah,
as a product of the playoff systems, from a fan perspective, it's entertaining.
yeah.
Like you have a reason to watch every single race. And but also, I saw something you might know the specifics, but if we did a full season points, the top 4 or 5 would be separated by like 20 points
There's an
going into the
account
playoffs. If
on
you,
X, Twitter,
yeah,
whatever you want to call it.
that's probably where I saw it.
Yeah, it's
But yeah,
literally like NASCAR Winston Cup.
right. But that,
Uh, Currently, um, Bell leads Elliott by 10 over Larson, who's 75 back to leader. Byron's 80 back, Briscoe 91 back, and Blaney 194 back. So the top five are separated by 91 points,
oh,
which
maybe I was wrong.
is
I was so
which
wrong,
is
actually.
I mean, that's less than a race though, using the Winston Cup points, because Winston Cup points you get 180 points.
Oh, maybe that's what I saw. They were all separated by one
So
win.
like if you scale it
Maybe
to
I saw like just the full season points this year based on the current
yeah,
standpoint.
yeah, like the
I know
NASCAR.
the current NASCAR points system. They
If
were
you
all
if you
separated by less than a
scale
win.
I guess if you scale it, if the math works out, it's kind of like uh whoever was in first, I don't even remember, has a half race lead over fourth or fifth.
Right.
So that's like 20 points to fourth.
hmm But which I mean, we would still get a great race. But
Right.
I know, like I'll look at like my parents for an example. They like the playoffs because it's always entertaining races,
Mm.
and I get it. They are entertaining races. There's a reason to watch to the last lap of every race, and you get something like the Hail Melon at Martinsville because you need
You
to
get
finish in
something
front of
like
someone. Like,
Larson running P like 22 in the Roval, just
yep,
like flooring it in the last corner just so he gets across the line ahead of one guy who's stalled on
and he just
track.
dumps them into a wall.
Yeah.
Who was that? Was that
I think it was De Benedetto. He got spun. Somebody got spun and couldn't get the car refired. And Larson comes along with
he was
like
driving
just
on
a
2.5 wheels?
bucket of bolts. Yeah, it was as Kyle
But
Busch would say, a wrecked bucket of F.
yeah, don't know what that is, but um, I
You never heard that?
no, I do, but I don't know how you
Oh,
fill a
okay.
bucket with that. Um,
Yeah, right. And then how
it's
you wreck it, anyways.
there,
Anyways,
but I also we were talking about this like 20 minutes ago before we got so off track. I absolutely hate when my driver gets screwed by the playoff system and then the commentators are on like, "Oh, what a race. This is why we love the playoffs." Like,
right. Yeah.
stop. Like, I'm upset, and
Yeah.
obviously I'm coping because my driver didn't make it.
Yeah. Taking
And
massive amounts, sniffing that copium like no other.
but at the same time, like they have a legitimate shot to make a run if
Yeah.
we didn't award a 30th place driver with a playoff berth.
Yeah. But I mean, then at the same time, if you're a fan of that 30th place driver, you're like, yeah, he had no chance, but now he's in.
I love Josh Berry, but he shouldn't be in there.
Yes, I also love Josh Berry.
Who
He should
doesn't?
not be a playoff driver.
I am the biggest. I love the Wood brothers. I've loved whoever was in the car since Ryan Blaney or
Yeah.
Trevor Bayne even. Like, I mean,
Trevor
by the time I
Bayne.
started following it like
Oh God,
heavily,
Elliott Sadler. No, that was before. That was Wood Brothers.
Davey Allison,
Yeah, okay, well
I
now you're
think.
getting back into like
I
the
know.
legends.
I was not alive. Um, but I 100% love the Wood brothers and I love Josh Berry, but they shouldn't be in there.
Yeah.
Like two, three deserving drivers are not in the playoffs just
Well, and I
because.
think to be totally fair, it seems to be, and I'm a big college football fan,
Mhm.
so this is my kind of sample size. It seems to be just with playoffs in any sport, this is just a product of it. You have guys, teams that should not be there that are,
Yeah.
and sometimes make a deep playoff run. Like,
hmm
why in the world was Arizona State in the playoffs last year? And then, like, but then they turn around and they put up a hell of a fight on Texas.
hmm
They ended up getting beat out, but it was like, okay, maybe these guys are kind of legit. But like,
hmm
and then they get taken out, and then Texas played, I think they played Ohio State.
Yeah.
And Texas got mollywopped. Or no, Texas
Yeah.
played Clemson, and Texas mollywopped Clemson. That's what it was. And so then
Yeah.
it's like, well, Texas mollywopped Clemson. So, and everybody's kind of thinking, well, Clemson probably would have beaten Arizona State if,
Right.
the tables were turned. So then is Arizona that good? So then again, why are they here?
hmm
It's just a product of the playoffs. And then you have teams or guys or, whatever that you think should be in the playoffs, like Priest and Busher, um, going to college football, SMU, or people were making cases for Alabama,
Hmm.
teams that or Carolina. A lot of people were talking. Which, granted, I live in South Carolina, but a lot of people were talking about South Carolina should be in the playoffs this year, and they weren't.
Yeah.
So everybody
But
was thinking, man, these guys got snubbed.
it's also like it was a new system this year where they went
Yes.
from 4 teams to 16.
No, it went from 4 to 12.
Okay. Still, it's
But I mean, you
like
have
they
NASCAR
changed the
where you go
system.
from season long, which is
Yeah.
like you'd say nobody because there was no playoffs, to 12. But then the first year they had 13 because of Spingate. But then
Yeah.
they went from 12
Between,
to 16. So it's like
yeah.
now what do you do? Because you still have guys that are deserving of the playoffs that are not in it,
Mhm.
and guys that are. So it's like at this point, do we just do like a 32 team playoff and
I mean,
only four drivers don't get in?
I thought the original chase system was good. You have 10 races, you shrink the
Yeah.
gaps, and
It's
it's a
season
like
long
you,
points for 26 races, and then
yep.
it's the points reset, and then it's another season long points for 10 races.
Yeah,
I
I thought
don't
that
hate
was,
that.
I think you get the best of what people love about the playoffs and what people liked about full season standings.
Hmm.
Like, I mean, truly, I don't think we should go back to a full season long point standings. It's
No, and I
like
think we're too far
if
gone in the
someone runs,
playoff system. It would make sense because then you're kind of admitting defeat at that point. And the last thing we as a sport, we because I'm in it totally,
Mhm.
can do is admit
We're
defeat
media.
on like anything.
We are between the two of us, we are part of three fandoms that are never happy.
Yeah.
College football,
Yep.
NASCAR, and wrestling.
Yeah. Oh
So I'll
God.
explain.
I think John
People,
Cena should still have the title for like at least another couple months. I don't like the fact that he lost it. We're getting off of racing.
but no, look at college football. People thought, oh, 4 teams in the playoffs is stupid. There's a
Yeah,
hundred teams in the country. A lot more than that, obviously.
I
But
think it's
there's
134.
let's say there's 25 teams who could legitimately are playoff caliber teams.
Right.
So they changed the playoff system, and all of a sudden the winner's not deserving. But that's what you wanted. People, underdogs win. But
Yeah.
also, if you can only pick 12 teams, someone's going to get snubbed. Like the 12th or 13th best team
Mm.
might be flip-flopped. NASCAR, um, remember how we didn't want stage cautions at road
Road
courses, and
courses.
then they did it, and then they said the race was boring. Like you wanted
Yeah.
this. You wanted
Right.
to change that, and then you complained that it was boring. You said, "Oh, the stage cautions make the race stupid because now people are just going to pit with 2 laps to go." And then they didn't take a stage break, and then people
Yeah.
complained. And then wrestling, you advocate for a wrestler to get pushed, and then they get pushed, and then you say he's overexposed, and they're forcing him down your throat. Like
This is what
people,
you wanted. This is what you asked
exactly.
for.
It's exactly what these people wanted, and they just didn't
Yeah,
like.
it's
They didn't care. They complained again.
yeah,
What are we
it's
doing?
tough.
Like
I want
there's
to get back to the stats for a second. There was another
yes, go for
notable.
it.
I won't bore you with all of them.
No, no, you're good.
Um, but it was the number 12. It was the number
Hmm.
12's 70th win in the Cup Series. That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Um, yeah, I numbers that aren't quite nice for Ford. 765th pole and 746th win. But it was the 70th win for the number 12, which is pretty cool,
Yeah.
which puts that number. Let me check real quick. I do want to know. Pretty high. Let's see. 1, 2, 3,
I mean, 70 wins are probably top 10.
18th.
Never mind. Top 19.
You got a lot of numbers. 11, 43, 24, 3, 2, 21, 48. A lot of storied numbers that have won a lot of races.
You're right.
I will say, other notable thing, this isn't from this week,
Hmm.
but it's from the week prior, or maybe 2 weeks
Hmm.
ago. If I can find my thing. 2 weeks ago, when Shane Van Gisbergen won,
Hmm.
it was the 80th win for the number 88,
Wow.
which is also pretty neat. I think that's all the stats that I've got.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, because I haven't
Yeah.
spreadsheet's not done. It's my Epcot project, so
Hmm. Yeah.
like hopefully this time next year I'll have some more detailed, intricate things to work with. But for now, yeah,
Yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna
the race
guess that the
distance
most,
was not affected in any way. It wasn't extended
yeah,
or shortened, which
yeah.
is cool. I don't have a record of how many times a race has gone the scheduled distance because that would be a lot. It'd
But
be
before we get
probably in
too
the
off,
1800s. Yep.
with like winners and the numbers of the car who wins, I'm going to assume, based on
Mhm.
my knowledge of NASCAR, that based on the insanely good driver lineup that the 43 had, like take a look, Eric Jones, Eric
Mhm.
Almirola, Lee Petty, Bobby Hamilton. I'm gonna guess based on all of those good drivers, they're number one.
The number 43 is second. And
What?
the number 43 does not have 200 wins.
It doesn't. It
It does
has,
not. Richard Petty won a race, I believe, in the number 41 car.
well,
So the number 43 has 199 wins. So if Eric Jones win a race, which I picked him to win Daytona, he sadly didn't make it.
yep.
Um, he did not die. He didn't die. He did
I
not win
mean,
the race though. That
that's
sounded awful. That came out,
significant.
and I was like, wait a minute.
That's significantly
Um,
worse than a win, though. So,
yeah.
well, yeah. Oh,
But no,
Ryan Preece didn't win, but at least he didn't like die
take off.
of
Yeah, he
good.
took
Good for
flight.
him,
Good
but he's not
Lord,
racing for a
yeah.
championship.
Do you want to take a guess at who's number one since it's not 43? I think when you hear it, you'll be like, oh, okay.
Um,
It's got a lot of wins.
trying to think because Gordon in the 24 had 90 something,
5,
but
I think
Byron
93.
has, I'm gonna guess like 15 or 20. Um, but I don't think it's them because no one else drove it.
Nope.
Except, well,
24
Elliott
is
didn't win in
third.
it.
No, he did
Not
not.
the 48.
No.
You said it makes sense.
Yes.
Three?
No.
No,
3
because
is
he don't.
fourth.
Dale only got.
It's Dale and AD, I think are the only two drivers that have won in the three car. Unless Richard Chill just won a race back in like the 70s when he drove.
Is it the 20?
No, 20 is way down. 20 has less
Really?
wins than the 12. Yeah. 20 only has
Oh,
65 wins.
oh well. I thought Stewart would have won it a lot more than that.
No, you got to go back to like, you got to really know your NASCAR history for this one.
11.
Yes. You got guys like Darrell Waltrip. I think
Mm-hmm.
Cale Yarborough drove the 11. I
Yeah,
want to say Bobby Allison drove the 11.
I
Obviously, you
think
got
you're right.
Denny Hamlin. The
Hmm.
number 11 car has 238 wins.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. And
Yeah.
I mean, Darrell Waltrip had 84. A
Hmm.
lot of those were in the 11. Bobby Allison had 84. I'm pretty sure he drove the 11 too at some point. Um, Kelly Yarborough is 83. I think he drove the 11. Couldn't quite tell you. Denny Hamlin has 58 wins. He's only driven the 11.
Yeah.
Um, what did Ned Jarrett drive? I feel like Ned Jarrett drove the 11. Or am I tripping?
I don't know.
I don't either. I want to find out. Ned, what did you drive? No, you drove the 38. Oh no, Ned Jarrett did drive the 11.
Yeah.
His first race in 1958, he drove the 38, but in 1959, no, wait, what am I looking at? Hang on. One, two, okay. His first race in 1959, he drove the 38. His second
Yeah.
race, well, his first pole, he got the pole in 90 in the 38 car. His first win came in the number 11. So no, Ned Jarrett did drive the 11 also.
Yeah.
A lot of legends in that car.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's
It definitely
number
it makes
11.
sense to be the
Yeah.
11.
Yeah, absolutely. Um,
Do you want
Nothing
to hear some
really else
breaking
going
news?
on. Yeah, what's up?
As of an hour ago, sources told ESPN that Perez is joining Valtteri Bottas in Cadillac. I just saw that now.
Cadillac, what?
F1.
F1?
Yeah,
I have not seen anything for the driver lineup, so
that's.
Bottas
I
and
feel like.
Perez are breaking
Yep.
news.
Oh, you know, I feel like that was confirmed a couple weeks ago,
No,
unless I just saw it.
I haven't seen anything.
Oh,
I have not seen
I feel like
any
that's a good
F1
lineup.
news in a while. Yeah, it's a little surprising considering Bottas was reserve driver or test driver or something for Mercedes.
Yeah, but would you rather be? I I think it's good because I thought they should go with um like experienced drivers because
Mhm.
you're gonna get more sponsorships. You're gonna get a lot of
Yeah,
sponsorships with Perez. Um,
well, and you'll get
experience
drivers who
in
know what they're talking about. So when you're trying to
exactly
set
to
up the
help the
car,
car.
right,
Yeah. Um, people who are arguably very good. Like, there's no doubt that Perez was very talented and Bottas obviously is very
right.
good. Um, he won a championship, right?
Perez?
Yeah, no, Bottas.
No. No, I don't think he did.
Yeah,
I think he got
I'm thinking of
consistently
Vettel then.
overshadowed by Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, it was
You're probably thinking of Nico Rosberg if you're thinking of Mercedes drivers that aren't Lewis Hamilton that got a championship.
probably um. Don't you mean the Monaco-based YouTuber who beat Lewis Hamilton in equal machinery?
Who?
Nico Rosberg, the Monaco-based YouTuber who beat Lewis Hamilton in equal machinery.
Oh, really?
Do you not know that like bit?
No, I don't.
Every time Nico Rosberg like they post something about him, like his whatever analyst, they're like Nico Rosberg. Don't you mean the F1 Monaco-based YouTuber who beat Lewis Hamilton in equal machinery? It's almost like that's his intro to his YouTube video,
Yeah.
YouTube videos. And I don't know if that's true or not because I haven't watched them. Why would I? Um, but yeah, I
I
mean,
want to
I think that's a good
quickly
move.
to go back to NASCAR for a second.
Yeah,
I want to talk about the hit that Cindric took when he and Bubba just like ate bumpers.
yeah.
I mean, that was the video is kind of comical. I mean, obviously, I think everyone's okay. I haven't heard
Mhm.
anything. Um,
Yeah.
but the hit itself, I mean, he just comes out of nowhere, and then it's like the "We'll be right back" meme from a couple years ago.
Hmm.
You know, it's there's a picture. I think it's at Motor Stardom. Yeah, at Motor Stardom on Instagram has a picture. It says not ideal for Cindric, and it's just like one frame before Bubba Wallace collides with Cindric.
Hmm.
And that's the first thing I thought of was the "We'll be right back" meme.
Oh yeah.
That was a wicked hit. He
Oh
went
yeah.
from going straight to being 90 degrees to the right in like 3 seconds
Oh yeah. Came right
or
back up and
less.
hit the field.
Yeah. Um, let's
I
talk
will
about
say,
predictions. Who do you think is going to win at Darlington?
um, I
If
feel
you were a
like
betting man, which I know you are, you dirty betting man. I was kidding.
I could bet now the NCAA does not have a hold on me anymore.
That is true.
That is
You are
true.
no longer.
Actually, I could have always bet on NASCAR because which I didn't do.
Mhm.
But unless they had NCAA motorsports, which would have been sick.
Yeah.
But I
I mean, they
can't
have the college iRacing series, but that's totally different.
yeah, but that's not like NCAA
Oh
recognized.
yeah,
The way it works is you can't bet on sports that have an NCAA uh level.
right.
So like I could bet on darts, but I
Yeah,
can't bet on like football.
right.
I can't bet on baseball now. I don't know if I could bet. I actually can't bet on any of which I also don't do because it's silly.
You
It's
can't
baseball.
bet on baseball because you work for the Yankees.
Yeah,
Interesting.
because
I
technically, if I'm an employee of the Yankees, they think I do whatever they think I could do to change the outcomes of the game, which I hope they let me know because I'll do it because we
yeah,
suck
right.
right now. We're terrible.
Oh,
But I don't
dude,
know what they think
I
I could do, but I'm gonna
do
do it.
you see the hat
Not
that
gonna
I'm
do that.
wearing?
That's a joke. No,
It's
lean forward. Come here.
it's a vintage Braves
Oh
hat.
wow, that's sick.
Uh, you think it's bad being a Yankees fan? God, aren't you guys in the playoffs this year?
I think we're the second wild card spot, but we were well into the playoffs comfortably, and then Nick kicked my
We
desk,
were well into the playoffs
and now we're not.
comfortably. Actually, no, we're not. We were
And then
never.
July and August happened,
We
where we won
started the
like six
season with
games
like
total.
we started the season with like a nine or an 0-9 record. We started the season with like nine straight losses.
You want to hear the funniest thing about how bad the Yankees are doing right now? The moment I started working was the moment the slump started.
Oh no.
So like 2 months ago when I
You
first
have
started,
to quit your job.
I know maybe I'm the reason.
You're the problem. Get out of there. Check those Sudoka.
I don't know, maybe they're gonna start investigating. But yeah, like I
I
said,
think
betting, I don't know what I could do to change the outcome of the game, but because of that, I legally can't do it, and I'm not going
interesting.
to. In
They
case
haven't.
anyone
So
sees this, I'm not gonna bet on the Yankees. Don't
I
worry.
work for my local baseball team, which you know
Right,
this.
Spartan Burgers.
They haven't said anything about whether or not I can bet, which I would assume based on your experience that I could not bet, but I haven't been told one or the other. Which granted, I'm also not really much of a betting man. I'll
Do you
gamble,
think you could find
but
Spartan Burger betting odds online?
I don't know if there are even minor league betting odds. I feel like
I
there
don't
are.
think
Dude, there have you seen like
probably
Poly
not.
Market? You can bet on like
Those are
whether or not they're really dumb. It's like whether or not just any sort of event will happen.
yeah, but also isn't that like the stock one, or is that the other one where you could like put money into a bet and with the odds changing, you make money?
No, that's Polymart. Actually,
Do you
no,
know what
that
I'm
one
talking
might
about
be
though?
it.
Have you seen
I
those?
Yeah, because I know they're two different ones. I think the one that I'm
Yeah.
talking about, and the one that you're talking about, are the same one.
Do you follow
No, I
Poly
just
Market on Instagram? They have the funniest
no,
headlines.
really.
Like I'll pull one up for you. Um, because I follow them for like headlines, but it's like um, let me see.
I want to talk while you do that. I
Like
want to
um,
get back to NASCAR.
well,
Um,
it says a bullet was fired into the office of Chiefs head coach Andy Reid while he was there in May 2024, and the headline is just shot at.
not at.
Or Desmond Watson is still not allowed to practice or play in games as he loses more weight. The headline is still too fat to play.
Still too bad to play.
It's the funniest thing. Um, Damar Hamlin sliding into DMs. I don't know if you could
Jeez.
tell. But dude, follow. Oh, I'm
Oh.
not going to comment on this one, but it just says, I don't know if you could read that.
Oh, geez, 9 inches. God.
Yep.
All right.
It's so funny.
Back to NASCAR. That's what
Yes.
we're here for. Um, Give me your prediction for Darlington, and then let's talk about
Let's do
fantasy
good race,
lineup.
bad race, and dark horse. Three drivers.
Okay, I like
Um,
that. Give me your winner pick too,
well,
while we're at
yeah,
it.
so good race slash winner. Um, or we could do four. Winner, good race, bad race, dark horse.
Yeah.
Um,
Winner and good race could be the same person, or winner and dark horse
well,
could be.
yeah. I think Byron's gonna win. I feel like it's a safe pick.
Yeah.
Good race, I think Blaney's gonna carry the momentum. Bad race, Hamlin. I feel like this is just lining up to be like a Hamlin disaster class. Like he's gonna wreck in the first stage, go laps
So
down,
like
whatever.
Denny Hamlin's NASCAR playoff career.
Pretty much. I think he's just gonna get off to a bad start, and he's gonna be very close to the cut line by the end of this uh round.
Yeah.
Dark horse. You know what? I'm gonna go SVG. I feel like they're
Yeah.
gonna. I think he's gonna be in the sim all week for hours and hours and hours. And I know we just talked about how not good he's gonna do on the ovals, but like that's kind of the point of the entire episode. But I think he's Um, I think he'll do better than we think. And better than we think means probably a top 15. Like he's not going to lead the race. He's not going to win any
Right.
stages. I think he's not going to move down to the cut line. I think he'll stay kind of put. Or he's not going to drop a significant amount. Like if
Mm.
he drops, it's because the cars below him have a great day, not because he has a bad day. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, those are my picks. So yeah,
So I
winner
think
Byron, good race Blaney, bad race Hamlin, dark horse SVG,
I
and I feel like those are
quickly went
basic
and looked
picks.
over the history of the Southern 500 since the next gen. We have not had a repeat winner at this track.
Really?
Yeah. Because Briscoe won last year, Larson the year before, and Eric Jones won in 2022.
Hmm.
I think, or no, yeah, I think Logano wins this race.
Okay.
He won
I
the
don't hate
spring
it.
race, I think last year. I think Logano wins.
Okay.
Good race. I'm gonna go with the playoff drivers because that's who we really care about.
Yeah.
If I can find my playoff tab, here it is. So winner Logano.
Yeah.
I think Bowman has a good day,
Okay.
which I think he's gonna have a good round, but I think it starts with this race.
Okay.
Bad day. Um, mm, I'm tempted to say Bubba, and I say that because he won the pole for this race last year.
Did he?
He
Okay.
did, and I
I think.
believe he wrecked out.
I think you're right.
Right.
I'm gonna write these down so we have them for next episode and see how we can compare.
Yeah, let me double check. Yeah, Bubba Wallace, he won the pole last year. It was his only pole of the season, his third pole all time. Um, I think Bubba Wallace, I maybe he even qualifies on pole again, but I think he has a rough evening in Darlington, South Carolina, and
Yeah.
Dark Horse. As far as playoff drivers go, I'm gonna go look for Josh Berry to finish like top 10, maybe even top 5. I feel
I hope
like
so. That'd be
I
great.
yeah, I'm a big
I would
Josh
love
Berry
that.
fan. I don't
Yeah.
think he's gonna make it through the round, but I do think he has a good day.
See, Barry, I feel like he'll have bad luck in the playoffs. Not
Yeah,
necessarily just an average running day for him.
correct.
Like,
Yes,
if he does good, the playoff guys are going to do better. Like if he finishes
right.
fifth, the next four guys in front of him are all going to be also below the cut line. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah,
Like, that's just, I feel like how his luck's going to go.
yeah.
And I don't really have any evidence to support that, but like knowing
It's
how
just a
Josh
gut
Berry's
feeling.
career in the Wood Brothers has been, it's just going to be like,
How the Wood Brothers' career have been. Yeah.
exactly. I don't know. I hope though. I hope he does good.
I think honestly, Josh Berry, his I think he has a good day at Darlington. That's my
Yeah.
dark horse. I think he has not great luck at Gateway and terrible luck at Bristol. I That's just my prediction.
I bet
I
he
hope
probably gets caught
for
up in
Josh
something in
Berry's
Bristol.
sake that that doesn't come true. I would love to see Josh Berry make it another round. I have a gut feeling that like Josh Berry, I feel like he has like some sort of mechanical issue or pit road penalty at Gateway that just sends him to the back and he never can recover. And I
Right.
think at Bristol I think he just gets caught up in someone else's wreck. That's kind of my prediction for him.
Yeah. It's safe. It's sad if it does happen.
Yeah, like I
Who'd
said,
you
I don't
say?
want that to happen.
Yeah. Who'd you say was gonna have a good weekend?
Good weekend. I think I said Bowman.
Bowman.
Yeah, winner Logano. Good weekend Bowman. Bad weekend
I wrote it
Bubba.
down.
And
Can you
then
see or
yeah.
am I covering it? Good
Oh, I'm
enough.
not looking.
You know
Hang
that
on.
it's there.
Yeah, sure.
I wrote it
I
down.
didn't
We'll
have
come
this
back.
the call opened up.
Oh,
Um, all right. Let's go fantasy lineups. Who should the viewers at home consider putting in their fantasy?
um, I mean, usages are reset if you're using NASCAR. Um,
Yes. So you have
I feel
eased over.
like kind of who you'd expect, like Larson, Byron. Um,
Top five guys in the playoffs.
no, I wouldn't do five guys in the playoffs, but I would probably start. I would use Byron
Well, I mean, I'm
first.
just saying, like, as your typical guys, that's
Yeah,
Larson, Byron, Hamlin, Blaney, Bell are your five guys in the playoffs. Your top five.
yeah.
Uh,
Let me see who the playoff drivers are. I feel like Elliott's gonna have a good weekend.
Elliott is sitting
Ross is gonna have.
P7.
I think Chastain's gonna have a good weekend. But as for not playoff drivers, uh, I bet you Busher and Priest do really well this weekend.
Yeah.
Because that's how the first guy out usually goes. They usually have like a kind of a redemption arc in the first round of the playoffs, and sometimes they win.
Yeah.
You know, um, is it crazy to say Ty Gibbs?
No,
Just
I
kind
I
of
was
a gut
also
feeling.
thinking him. I would put Ty Gibbs in my garage. That way I could swap him out
Yeah.
if I needed. But Ty
The
Gibbs, like I said
way
earlier, he is the first driver not in the playoffs with the highest average finish.
the way I usually do my garage pick is I'll do like two to three. I'll do two safe options. So that would be like who
Larson,
qualifies
Byron.
well that day.
Okay.
Um, then probably one middle of the road guy, and then two maybe could have a great weekend, could have a bad weekend. But then I'll put, if I do that, I'll put Byron, Larson, or Bell in my garage, right?
Hmm.
In case I need to add them in, because chances are they're gonna have a good weekend. But then, even if Larson is like two or three spots ahead of one of my guys, I won't put him in because it's not worth the usage for 3 points. You know,
Right.
you want to hear my fantasy standings? We'll end it off on this because,
I got to do my
um,
fantasy.
well, your picks. You tell me your
Yeah.
picks, and then I'll tell you about my
Okay. Yeah.
my standings because
No, we'll end it with where I
ridiculous,
haven't done
pissed
my
off.
I haven't actually done my fantasy in so long.
Right,
So I don't expect the viewers to take what I say for like anything. But
right.
my advice, take it how you will. I gotta be honest, I'd look at some of these guys that are in the top five of average finish. You know, I'd if I were to pick my five, I'd go Byron Bell Hamlin,
hmm
Reddick, Kyle Busch,
Bush is not a bad pick.
and then give me Ty Gibbs in the garage. Kyle Busch does not have a great average finish, but he's led a few laps.
Yeah,
He's led since February 2022. He's led 7.6% of laps, which is fourth highest,
yeah,
at least out of this chart I'm looking at of like, I don't know, 20 drivers, 15
yeah,
drivers. So that like, yeah, who did I say? Byron Bell Hamlin?
yeah.
No, yes. I don't even know. I don't even remember. Yeah.
You said Byron, Bell, Hamlin, Gibbs in your garage, Bell, Bush, someone else.
If I didn't say a fifth, then give me Reddick. Because Byron Bell,
That might
Hamlin,
be
and
what you
Reddick
said.
all have an average finish better than 11.
Yeah,
Um, Kyle Busch has led a bunch of laps there, and then
yep.
Ty Gibbs, he's he's actually done one fewer race at Darlington than everyone else, and still
hmm
has a 13.8 average finish.
Yeah.
I look for him to have a sneaky day, and again, he's also not in the playoffs. So if I had to pick a playoff driver, or I guess two, because I got Kyle Busch, two non-playoff drivers in my fantasy lineup, they'd be Busch
Yeah.
and Gibbs. All right, how are you doing in your fantasy? We'll end the note on that.
Um, down by 100 to my girlfriend who started watching NASCAR 2 years ago.
Really?
Yep. So
That,
in the league, it's her, me, my parents, my brother. My brother doesn't set his lineup. My parents, my mom's beating my dad for the first time in like the however many years we've been doing it. So good on her. Uh,
love
but
mom.
Sam, my girlfriend, has 4,644 points. I have 4,544 points.
Dang.
So exactly 100 points. So I need to make up. I
You
did
gotta
forget to set
lock
my
in, man.
lineup, but I only lost by like 12 points. I did forget it this week, which I mean,
Uh,
It
Yeah,
was
Daytona, not like it really matters.
exactly. But the issue with that is whoever I had in my fifth spot, I didn't have any uses left, so he was gone. And you can't swap in your
Mm,
garage driver for a blank space. You have to swap it in for a driver. So I couldn't put my
right.
garage driver in, which I mean, it makes sense. Um, Actually, no, it
That's
doesn't. That's a stupid rule. Um, no, it sucks. Terrible. Because
well, and we have
and
a
I didn't do any of
fantasy.
the matchups either. And the matchups
Oh,
are not going to come out until like the day of, I think, or a couple days before. Probably when like
mhm.
qualifying happens.
I think so because I
Um,
think it's whenever odds release and
yeah.
starting. Yeah, I think it's after qualifying because odds and starting position go into it, I believe.
Also, sometimes it's just like storylines. Like
Yeah.
Hocevar after Mexico, Hocevar and Stenhouse were a matchup, and they were starting like P3 and then P27. Like, well, that's funny.
Well,
Um,
I mean, we have you're in this fantasy lineup or fantasy league. It's me,
yeah,
you, and a bunch of our friends.
yeah,
Um, and Greg
I could pull that up.
is, I would imagine. I mean, I don't know if any of us have done fantasy in a while. I haven't heard anything from Greg. I know
I
last
just
year he
copy and
was
paste my lineup into
killing
that one
us.
too.
That's what I figured.
I
But
used to
I
do it
haven't heard Greg
differently.
say anything, which Greg killed us last year and earlier this year because what he was doing, I'm pretty sure, was he was just going to driver averages and like putting in the top six guys.
Yeah,
So for the viewers at home, maybe that's the strat. I don't know. It didn't
yeah.
work for, which I
Greg
didn't do
is
that,
up by like
but
140 points.
yeah, that might be the strat.
I'm getting
Uh,
killed in this league. I'm down by 400 points. That's so sad. Or a little
where
under,
am
like
I?
three.
Because I haven't even.
You're about down by 2,000.
Yeah, I haven't done my fantasy in months. How we looking?
I keep
I can't
forgetting
see
that the
the.
light's not going to work.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
pull it
but
up on my
let's
phone
pretend
later.
that this is the lineup. Greg is here. I'm about here. You're like there. Because everyone's in the 4,000s. He's at 46, and then next is 44, then 44 again, and then I'm at 42, which is crazy because I don't think I forgot to set my lineup, so I'm just doing terrible. But also looking at it, 40, he's at 46. If I go to my other league, that's 200 points above first place.
It's 200 points above
No,
Sam.
no, they're almost tied actually.
Come on, Greg and Sam are tied.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, she's winning
Oh snap! Need to put her
by
in
14.
our. Wow.
100%. She would be winning both leagues. But
Then Greg would
thing is,
finally shut up.
I need to explain. She's getting her doctorate in pharmacy, so she's good at research.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
So she spends the morning looking up the stats from the last 10 races and then
Oh,
puts in
gee. Well,
drivers.
maybe we need her on the podcast so she can help me with my spreadsheets and stuff, and she can talk about the stats.
No, because she's gonna just make fun of me for not being better than her in fantasy the whole time. Well, I'm behind her microphone talking about NASCAR fantasy, and she's getting her doctorate degree. But here I am talking about it, and she knows more, apparently.
Hey, I mean, behind every man is a better woman.
You know what? Moving over. I'll put a little stick figure and then a little speech bubble up here that says, "You suck at fantasy. I'm a doctor." Just kidding. It's fantastic that she's becoming a doctor.
No, absolutely.
If you're listening to
Congratulations
this, I
to
love
her.
you. Yeah,
Congratulations to her. Congratulations to you, Sam. That's awesome.
I know. She paid me to shout her out on the podcast today.
She's like, oh, thanks for the Venmo. I mean, did I say that out loud? Uh,
Yeah, I've got it now, actually. All right. Well, on that note,
yeah, I think that's been a good episode.
it
Uh,
has.
we will be back next week.
Yeah, maybe some lives here and there.
That'd be
I got
dope.
TikTok live access and I didn't like
Do anything.
try to do it. It just, I keep getting notifications that say, oh, go live, don't miss out. So maybe I'll just convert my account to a,
Bump and runners account.
yeah, maybe I'll do that because I don't have, because I had another one for another thing I was going to do.
Hmm.
That doesn't have TikTok live access. That doesn't have any followers or videos on it. I don't even know if it has a name. It's just user 1236721 4. Maybe I'll do that. That'll be fun.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll
Well,
start begging
big
for
things in
money on
store. We're
TikTok
gonna get
Live.
yeah. Hopefully by the time this episode goes out, we'll have socials. We should have socials set up.
They'll
Um,
be right there.
they'll
My
be
hands are too close.
down
Right
here,
there.
down there at
Right
the
there.
bottom.
Yeah,
Um,
just write it in real quick and I'll there's
yeah.
my social. There's the other
I
social.
mean,
Up here
I
is
mean
the other
the
one.
bump and runner socials.
And then if you look over there, it'll be his. It'll be mine. There'll be the accounts. There'll be everything we need.
So
Assuming
yeah,
I get
follow
on my
us.
stuff and do it.
Yeah, come on, man.
I've been slacking a little bit, but I've been working. I'm a hardworking
No,
man.
yeah,
I
you're
have to
you're
travel
fine.
to the Bronx. Leave
We
me alone.
we this episode's being recorded on Sunday, and the original plan was recorded on Wednesday. So we're like doing this early because we have
But
to. So
I
we
got
had
on top of
plenty
my
of
stuff and
time.
said, let's do it early. So I have 4 days to figure out how to edit it and put it out there.
But yeah, so follow us on all social media.
That
Is that the
account,
plan?
that one.
Is that the plan? TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. We're not gonna have a
MySpace,
Snapchat.
Tumblr, Reddit, yeah, everything.
Pinterest, uh,
Join the subreddit.
join the subreddit, join the Discord server. Uh,
That is honestly probably something we could do. That'll be a lot
I
of
I
fun
think that would not be a bad
because
idea. Yeah,
eventually we'll probably record the episodes in there, which I think would be pretty cool. But because then we
that would
could
be.
pull people up to the like I think you could do a stage on Discord if I'm not
Next
wrong.
caller.
And then it's like a caller, and then like their picture. Actually, I don't know if
Welcome,
we could
Mary
do that.
from Wyoming or whoever.
Yeah, I had to take callers once on the radio station.
Oh no.
I said, "Oh, please call in if you have anything to add to our show." And someone called and said, "Can you broadcast the football game that my son commented last year?" I'm like, "What? No, I cannot do that." That was the
All right,
only ever
man.
caller I got on the radio,
Wow.
other than my co-host's boyfriend who played hockey, and the show was about hockey. We did that. So I had, but he called in to get interviewed because we had to figure out how to interview someone. Whatever. I'm getting sidetracked. But anyway, that was the Bumping Artist podcast.
Follow us on socials. Uh,
100%.
follow us on wherever you get your podcasts because this will
hmm
be out and you will be able to listen to it and you will want to hear more because
hmm
there's a lot of exciting things we have in the future talk coming up, like the
hmm
playoffs.
That's why we
And
started now.
then after that, it's going to be pretty much all about next season. We're gonna talk about what happened this season and what we can look forward to next season. It's a lot of exciting stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna just we're gonna keep going, and you're gonna
Yep.
want to be here for it. So you better be here.
100%. hmm
If you're not
All right.
here, you're wrong.
You can't do that. That's not nice to the viewers. Oh, people, you can't
Thank
do
you
that.
everyone so much for listening, and we
Let
will
me call
see
you now.
you next
Goodbye.
week.